Hey, Deb, what are you doing?
Hey, I'm getting everything ready for some green beans, and it's not green bean casserole.
It's not green bean casserole. I thought she was making a green bean casserole.
No,
She is not.
for some I love casseroles, but green bean casserole is not
I don't
one
like
that I
them.
love.
I don't like them.
I don't know what it is, but
You're
it's
not
not my
alone,
favorite.
Deb.
I actually looked at recipes today, and I thought I want to make some green beans, but I could not find one casserole recipe that I liked.
Okay, so you're cutting
So
up
I
what?
am just making some good Southern home green beans.
Home cooked.
Home cooked green beans.
Home
Yes,
cooked
thank you.
green beans.
And I'm cutting up some bacon. I've got 4 pieces of bacon
Alrighty.
that I'm cutting into
And
my
that's the thick
saucepan.
kind.
This is some thick bacon, and I've got the eye on, and I'm going to just cut this up and let it cook. I want it to get all browned up.
Pieces.
So it'll take a few minutes for this to cook. But what kind of green beans would you use? What kind do you like? What do you like? Fresh green beans, or what do you need when you make green beans?
I like fresh green beans, but I can't always cook them that well. So
they have to be cooked and cooked and cooked, especially if you're just cooking them on the stovetop. You've got to cook them a lot.
And that's probably my problem. I'm too in big of a hurry.
So what I've done is I have just got a can of green beans, a large can of green beans. I like the Allen's green beans or the Hanovers are my favorites.
Yeah, Hanovers are usually what I buy.
And I'm going to pour off that liquid inside because there's a lot of salt on that.
And you're going to rinse them good?
Kind of tastes like the can, so we're going to pour that off and rinse the beans.
That's what I do too.
And I've got 1 large can and 4 slices of bacon. If you're going to make more, you want to add more bacon, you love bacon, because you need a little bit of something to give them some taste, some good taste. And some people like to use fatback, which is, I don't know really what fatback is,
it's
but
the fat back of the pig. So it's just it's like bacon.
That's what I thought. It's kind of, so you can use that. You can use,
and it's usually salted. Like some people call it salted pork.
Yeah, so there you're getting your salt in them. So what we're going to do is let this cook just a little bit, and then we'll come back and add a couple more things along with the beans, and we're going to let these cook for a while. So I'll be back in a few minutes.
Hey, we're back.
And our bacon is cooked.
Our bacon has baconed.
So now I'm going to add rinsed green beans. There you go.
Okay, they've been rinsed.
They've been rinsed.
Or as we say in the country, they've been rinsed.
I did pour off the grease, but I'm going to put a little bit of the grease back in.
Yeah. Give me that grease.
And then I'm going to add a can of chicken broth. Depending on how many you have, you might want a second can. And I think I do want another can of chicken broth.
Yeah, I like juice, don't you?
Yes, and you can add some water with it. If you only have 1 can of chicken broth, put a can of water in with it. Because we're going to let them cook for a while. They're going to cook about an hour.
An hour?
Yes, we want them to get really good and cooked.
Okay.
So I'm going
to that seasoning.
Get everything all in there. We want them very tender. And I just like them cooked a lot.
Sounds good, Deb.
So I'm going to add another can of chicken broth. And then I'm going to add one more thing. Some people will think this is awful, I'm sure, but I like a little bit of sugar in the green beans.
Really?
It's about a tablespoon, not much. These are not baked beans, so I don't want them to be too, I'm not even going to put that whole thing in there. I don't want them to be too sweet, but it just kind of adds a little bit to the flavor. It doesn't make them overly sweet. You're not going to taste real sweet.
My mother-in-law, who was the best cook on the planet, y'all, she put about a tablespoon and a half of sugar in her pinto beans.
Oh, wow. I've never done that.
Oh, my word. They were so good.
Okay.
You can really taste the sugar.
But it does something to the flavor of your cooking. Yeah. So that's that's home-style Southern green beans. That's what I like to have. I'm not a big fan of the casseroles. If you are, that's fine. But this is what I like to have. Even, not just on the holidays. We'll have that all year long. Good old Southern green beans.
I like them. Y'all try them this way. And you buy the store-bought, the
store-bought canned, the canned green beans. I like these kind, Hanover. Yeah, but I like the Allen's kind too, which are those flat green beans. I don't know what
the Italian.
That's
it. They're good.
I don't like those little bitty skinny green beans.
Nope.
All right, y'all. See you later.
Bye, everybody.